But you know, we always try and give you insights about your business. And today we have someone who has a view on what are called toxic behaviors. Do you know what they are, how they can affect your business, how to spot them, and how to make sure they don't dampen your business and force it to fail? Because it could, just like profitability, just like liquidity, just like inefficiency. All those things that accountants will tell you are critical success factors. Do you not only look at financial? Well, you shouldn't. You should look at the softer issues, which are often harder to deal with. Quinton Doman is the MD of 212 Business Consulting. He makes a living solving problems for entrepreneurs and telling them how to go about it. Welcome to studio, Quinton. What is toxic behavior?
Victor, thanks for having me. Well, I think you coined it already. Toxic behavior is the behavior that negatively impacts the business and prevents it from achieving its goals.
But give me an example. But people who gossip a lot, people who are always telling everybody this is not going to work. We're trying a new technology. They are the first to tell you it has. We have tried it before. Ask me, mate. I've been here a long time. Yes. It will not work before they've even heard what it is.
Yeah. There's a couple of things that, you can look for to spot whether there is a toxic culture in an organization. One of them, a big one is silence or indifference. If you attend a board meeting, and it's usually a good idea if you're a consultant like I am to stick around after the meeting. Because very often the ones who have, found themselves in a toxic environment stick around and have a meeting after the meeting. Yeah. And it very often happens to be with that person and somebody equally miserable.
Yeah. And I've seen exactly what you mean. And they have more insights. They are more participative. They are more enthusiastic in the meeting after the meeting.
Absolutely.
Than they were during the meeting. In the meeting, they were slouching there, not even paying attention, swiveling in their chair.
Right.
But all of a sudden, when the meeting is over, they know what's not going to work. They know what's going to happen. Absolutely. Give us a call, 0861-987-000, if you'd like to talk to my guest, MD of 212 Business Consulting, Quinton Doman. How do you help somebody to deal with that, by the way, before we talk about what causes this? What in your best scenario has been a success story of helping a company deal with toxic behavior? Because it sounds like it goes deeper than just what you see.
Absolutely. I think one of the first steps in a strategy, and I think there's more than one step, but a leader that deals with toxic behavior is not afraid to confront the elephant in the boardroom. I think what many leaders find themselves doing is avoiding it, pretending that it's not there. Or my new favorite now, or what I see often happening, is some leaders will wait for the system to sort it out. They sometimes wait for the system to figure things out. People will leave on their own, or people will have a change of heart on their own. They
don't wait for the system to sort it out. They set up someone in the system to sort it out.
Could be just because they don't have the metals. To deal with it themselves. So that is one of the things.
But that's the thing, and that's why I told you how to sort it out. Because often we think the cause is some negaholic. I think Dale Carnegie called them negaholics or someone like that in the company, and often it's the leadership that causes this problem. Toxic behavior, you don't think?
I think it would be unfair to say often it's the leader. I think it's a combination. Sometimes it can be the leader and one or two individuals in the team, where you've got favoritism and you've got small little silos or cliques.
There you go again. Favoritism can be the function of a receptionist treating the MD versus the chairman, or the marketing director versus. That kind of favoritism can be dealt with, because the MD who's not liked might just go and hire their own PA. But if it's the leader who has the favoritism, you have a bigger problem. They always say you can tell by looking at the receptionist what kind of chairman or CEO the company has.
That's true. That is true. But I'm saying, I'm talking about an executive board meeting. So you've got a former leaders who's speaking to other leaders as well. So these are also senior people. And what I'm saying is, in that team, people are also responsible for subscribing to the leader's favoritism. So I don't want to put it on the former leader only. I'm saying it's as a group, it's about taking that accountability.
So you plead helplessness. You say, well, what if the powerful guys are doing this? I have to do it. If they are gossiping, I have to gossip, instead of standing your ground.
Well, then you're a weak leader, right?
No, but I mean, if you are saying you're falling into the trap, you're following the wrong example that the leader sets, and you end up fueling that negative or toxic behavior. I'm saying you're you are giving up too much of your power and influence as
Absolutely.
an individual to be able to
Absolutely.
decide.
Absolutely.
Well, the question is, what happens if power and promotion and money are linked to you falling in and following the bad example?
Yeah, I think
Loyalty doesn't pay the bills, Quinton.
Yeah, so I think another step in a strategy
Yeah.
is to become very value centric.
Yes.
So, because what we know about great leaders is that they are driven by the values of them personally, their personal values, but also driven by the values and the vision of an organization. So the better you become at entrenching that as part of your decision-making process, the more you mitigate this risk from people falling for the carrot, which is very often money.
All right, tweet us at PowerFM 987 or at Victor Africa if you like. You join the conversation. My guest is MD of 212 Business Consulting, Quinton Doman. He's talking to me about toxic behavior of employees and how it can negatively affect any business culture and by extension the overall success of your organization. If you're an entrepreneur or a manager, a leader, give me a call and share some of your experience with us. 0861 987 000. We're wrapping up our discussion, though, with the man who thinks the businessman's businessman, because he's the consultant, 212 Consulting, business consulting is his business. His name is Quinton Doman. He's telling me about toxic behavior of employees, how they can definitely affect your business negatively, and by extension, your overall success. It can make you fail, just like profitability can make you fail, or lack of cash, what do we call it, liquidity. But this one is harder to measure and harder to predict and harder to detect, and that's why he's here, and that's why he's a consultant. Quinton, fixing problems like this. Somebody listening out there thinking, maybe I'm even the cause of this toxic behavior as a leader, or I've seen it in my company. How do they go about doing it, solving it?
Well, the first thing is not to pretend that it's there, right? So it's just to acknowledge that there is a problem.
Yeah.
I have spotted favoritism. I have spotted gossiping. I have spotted some indifference, and to play the ball and not the man. Because I think that's a question so many leaders have and say, okay, when do I be nice? When am I soft and when am I hard?
Yeah.
And the good answer to that question is to always be soft on people and always be hard on issues. Then you'll never have that dilemma.
Soft on people and hard on issues. Because if you're hard on issues, your people will see that you are issue or results driven and you're not targeting or picking on them. Right?
Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. Keep your eye on the ball. Play the ball and not necessarily the man.
All right. Where can people contact you? Because it looks like you are a business consultant who's out there making a difference. Do you have a website or something?
Absolutely. People can contact us on www.212.co.za or on my personal website, which is www.quintondoman.co.za.
Quinton, QUINTONDOUMAN.
That's
But you're
right.
also on Twitter as...
At Q Doman.
At Q Doman. Thank you very much for joining us. Look
Awesome,
forward
man.
to more of your insights, Quinton.
Thank you very much.
That's it. You have Quinton Doman. Toxic behavior and how it affects business performance. And don't just blame the leaders, he told me. Admit it is there and then play the issue. Be hard on issues and soft on people, because they say people never forget how you treated and made them feel. I think that's Maya Angelou who said that. And when they believe you care for them, they care for the results that you care about.